guys can take one of these. There's 2 pamphlets, one of each. That would be great. So my name is Dragica, and I am the Youth Project Manager with the City of Hamilton Small Business Enterprise Center. How many of you guys have ever heard of the Small Business Enterprise Center? A couple people? Awesome. I attended your opening ceremonies, I believe it was last week, a week and a half ago, at the Art Gallery, so I have a pretty good understanding of what your mission and what it is that you guys, what obstacles you guys have to tackle within this assessment of this project. So with the Small Business Enterprise Center, what we do is we help individuals that are interested in starting up their own small businesses. So not only do we work with the Economic Development Department with the City of Hamilton, but we also work with the province with the Economic Development team there through the ministry. So we work with both levels of government. There's 57 of our offices all across Ontario. Meaning, for example, if you guys ever in the future want to start your own business, but you're from Toronto, there's an office in Toronto in which you can contact to help you guys get your business started and turn your idea into a reality. So within the City of Hamilton, we offer free consultations, training and development. We have a Development Business Series course. We help with business registrations. We have an in-house library, youth programs, and now with Hamilton being nominated as the #1 city to invest in for the 2nd year in a row, we've been fairly busy. And as you can tell, we've had over 65,000 general inquiries in 2013. So it's a really, really good thing. We're located right in City Hall, right in the main floor, and we're part of what is called a one-stop family. And what that one-stop is, for example, if someone now wants to start a business, let's say opening up a restaurant in Hamilton, they would come to our office and we'd be able to offer them information and resources and free consulting as to how to go about doing that. However, on site, we also have zoning facilitators and licensing facilitators that will be able to help them and make sure that they get all their ducks in a row prior to getting started. In relation to what you guys are doing, I'm sure you guys already discussed this in the brief, very briefly, but I want to talk to you a little bit about market research, because that's kind of where you guys are at in relation to what you guys are doing for this assignment. It's important, based on the assignment that was given to you, based on your mission, to understand the industry that you're getting yourselves into. So from what I understand is you guys are, your mission is to how to attract youth to attend the art gallery in relation to, give or take something like that, right? Is there something specific in relation? Is it youth or is it general?
It's youth.
More youth, right? So you know that within your industry, the people you guys are talking about or that you guys are trying to figure out or attract are the youth. So when creating your marketing plan or creating your marketing analysis, when doing your research, it's important to understand and make sure you have clear understanding and insight as, all right, who are these people that we're going to be attracting, what age groups, identify what's classified as youth. In relation to the art gallery, is it a more male-dominated or is it a more female-dominated place where people go? And if you're trying to attract both, how are you going to do that? It's important to look at such things as maybe an income level. Remember you guys, I know before people were saying, you know, how expensive is it going to be to go down there? But when you go downtown, how much are administration fees? I know McMaster students are for free. However, what about other students that you're trying to attract in and out of the cities or that go to other different schools within the community? So those are all big things and those questions that you guys need to tackle. However, when doing your market research, it's important to look at your market and your target market. So for example, if I were to start a photography business and my market is the family, I want to open up a family photography business, that's what I'm going to be tackling, are the family, right? However, if I take a step back and now I look at that family and I'm going to look when I decide my marketing plan, who is my target? So probably 80 to 85% of the time within that family, it's going to be the mom who I'm going to be targeting in relation to if she hears about me, getting me the job, bringing me the family, hi guys, bringing me the family, and me getting paid, right? So in relation to what you guys are getting yourselves into, you guys know that youth is your market, but I want you guys, when doing your research, to take a step back and really focus on who exactly you guys are targeting. And with that meaning, age groups. With that meaning, geographic locations as to whereabouts they're from. How many people within this age group are within the city or within Hamilton or whatever you guys are trying to figure out. So this is a really big and important key component when doing your research prior to kind of gathering your data. In relation to business, One of the key things that we ask all our entrepreneurs to do, and this is for something in the future, what you're doing here today is a key component to really helping you gather data through the research phase, which is very important to any successful entrepreneur and business. When when starting a business, one thing we ask our clients to do is prepare a business plan. So just to kind of take a step further, or forward rather, a business plan, I tell my clients, acts as a business Bible. So anything in relation that you do for your business, you put within one document, you put within one binder, you have it all set there. That will help you really help structure your thoughts and put them into paper. So when writing a business plan, a lot of people when they start a business, have this idea, they know what they want to do and how they want to execute it, and they kind of go about it without really having that plan of attack. When writing a business plan, this document actually helps you put your thoughts on paper. It helps you visually see what it is you're going to be doing. So right now, based on your research and based on your mission that you're doing for this assignment, you guys kind of have an idea of what you want to do, how you want to do it. But I guarantee when you guys start putting it down, when you guys start formalizing a document together, new ideas are going to arise. Things might make more sense. You might want to change some ideas and go further that way. So that is something that would mimic what people do when they create a business plan. So it's a plan that best reflects you and the business. And for business purposes, a lot of people put a business plan together for financing purposes. So if you were to now start a business and you need some additional assistance, a business plan is what the financial investors would be looking for. So this is just something that you guys should definitely look into when doing your stuff. Aside from what you guys are doing here today, I'm going to introduce you to 3 youth initiative programs that the ministry has to offer outside of this program and within further endeavors in which you might pursue later on. One is the Monaco Business Plan Competition. And what this business plan competition is, it's for youth, high school specifically, within the city of Hamilton, who are interested in putting a business plan together, reflecting a business of their choice. So it gives high school youth within the city the opportunity to put a business plan together about any business that they may want to start. So if I were to want to start a restaurant within the city of Hamilton, I would put a business plan reflecting what I would do, how I would do it, what regulations I need, what goals I'd want to set, and then submit it to this competition. So this competition is only for high school students within the city. You have to be 15 to 20 years old. Like I said, you create your own business scenario and write your own plan. And all business plans will need to be submitted to the Small Business Enterprise Center by May 23rd, 2014. The top 20-25 students that submit a business plan to this competition here with the city are invited to a ceremonial dinner at Leona Station with other teachers, with other community partners, with other principals, parents, in which you guys would all get recognition from the city and the province for your efforts, with the top 5 actually receiving monetary prizes. So for writing a business plan on a business of your choice, or an idea that you may have, you can actually leave with an additional $500 in your pocket. So this is something to definitely consider if you guys are interested in ever pursuing entrepreneurship. Another program I want to introduce you to, which is actually fairly new to the province, it's called Make Your Pitch. And this program was introduced last year by the ministry, which gives high school students in all of Ontario only the opportunity, instead of writing a business plan, to create a 2-minute video on the business scenario of their choice in which they would start. So instead of you now putting a business plan together, writing a business plan, the ministry decided, you know what, not every youth is meant to write, and that's okay. Let them be creative and create their own video on a business scenario of their choice. Like I said, it gives you guys the opportunity to create a 2-minute video. The top 18 finalists from the province are then invited to attend a major ministry meeting in May, I believe, where you guys actually have the opportunity to learn from such professionals, get some greater insight, and network in downtown Toronto, as well as get a seat to join one of our big programs, which is called Summer Company, which leads us to our next program, and that is Summer Company. So this is the other flyer that I've given you. So if you guys have ever thought about starting your business, or if you guys have a hobby that you may do on the side, for example, how many of you have ever babysat before? How many of you guys have cut grass for your parents or neighbors or people in and around the area? How many of you guys were those ambitious kids at the age of like 6 would sell lemonade at the end of your driveway for like 10 cents a pop, and hopefully you make some money, right? Those are all small businesses. Those are all entrepreneurial ventures. And through Summer Company, you guys have the opportunity to actually turn business ideas into reality. So this program is for people that are the ages of 15 to 29. You have to be a student currently and going back to school in the fall, a resident Ontario Canadian citizen, and prepared to commit at least 12 weeks to the experience. What you have to do for Summer Company is prepare a business plan. You fill out an application form online and submit everything by May 23rd. So like I said, this year with Hamilton growing and having a couple of changes in the ministry acknowledging these changes, as well as getting additional funding, Hamiltons have been allocated 30 seats this year plus. So we probably will have 40 students participating in this program that will help you turn those ideas that you have into viable businesses. So you would then sign an agreement with the ministry. You would receive your first grant of $1,500. So who here in high school can tell me what the difference is between a grant and a loan? Yep.
A grant is the money you get, but you don't need to pay them back. Loan is if you get, you have to pay it back.
Exactly. So grant is essentially free money that the ministry is giving you that you don't have to pay. So with that first grant of $1,500, that will help you get all your startup costs. So register your business, if you need to get insurance, materials and supplies, if you need to get your marketing stuff, that $1,500 will help you guys get that big step in the right direction to get everything that you need for your business. Everything you make in the summer is yours to keep. We actually get a lot of students from McMaster that participate in this program, one of which is a good friend of mine who participated a few years ago, went to McMaster, played on the basketball team, did all that fun stuff, and made over $70,000 within 4 months. And what he did was he was studying actually environmental science at McMaster, started his business building fences, made a lot of money, and decided, you know what, instead of going to the health science route afterwards, he is now doing his MBA at McMaster University in Burlington. So just one of the many successful stories that our students have done and continue to do in relation to, you know what, giving entrepreneurship a shot. It's one of those things that he just wanted to try out, didn't think it was for him, but decided, you know what, this is a great opportunity. Being part of a program like this looks awesome on all resumes and future applications, which some of you may want to consider in relation to future endeavors and wanting to have some sort of affiliation working with the city as well as with the province of Ontario. So then after you've received your first grant of $1,500, you participate in 12 hours of training, which you actually get to meet and interact with lawyers, accountants, marketing professionals, insurance brokers, business advisors, previous CEOs of major companies within Southern Ontario, all of which volunteer their time and help you and educate you as you get your business started. So not only do you get the grant money to help you with your financial component of your company, you also get free mentoring from such professionals that outside of this program charge a lot of money for their services. So there's a lot of great insight that way. During the summer, you run your business, you meet regularly with those mentors and professionals, you complete your survey on the experience, submit a proof of return to school, and on top of everything you made in the summer, you receive your last grant of $1,500 at the end, kind of as a congratulations, you did it, here's an extra $1,500, have fun, go party, travel, shop, whatever you want to do. It's on us kind of thing. So it's a great program to consider if this is something that you guys want to learn more about. So these are just a few examples of the businesses that have participated over the years. Badh. This student decided, you know what, he was studying one thing in school, but he likes cleaning cars, like cleaning, makes some money that way, meet some pretty cool people, that's what I'm going to start. Happy Tails Dog Care, the student loved pets, the student loved dogs, so she decided, you know what, I'm going to open up my own dog care business. Landscaping, we had Eco Green and Clean. This was actually a nurse from McMaster. She wanted to start a cleaning business, and what she did was a cleaning business that, you know, what made her different was she offered eco-friendly cleaning products that a lot of moms and stuff like. Mobile Repairs was another business in which one of our students started, where he liked to build things, he liked to recreate things, and he decided, you know what, instead of people taking their lawnmowers and such to such places as Canadian Tire and whatever, he decided he'll start his own mobile repair company where he would go to the client and offer such services. Most of our students that participate in Summer Company, in Hamilton specifically, have 85% of a turnaround rate. meaning just because the actual program is over, let's say end of August, most of our students, depending on what they do, continue operating that business part-time while they're in school, then go at it again next summer full force because they have the groundwork laid out for them with the help of the professionals and the financing that they got. Some of them do that for a couple years and decide, you know what, I'm going to sell it, make some money from another student, start my other venture, or get into another, something else in life. And then there's those students that, you know what, decided like, Miss, this was a great opportunity for me, but I don't think I want to work for myself when I'm older. I want to work for somebody else. And that's a great learning experience too. So it's something through this kind of program that really gives you guys an opportunity to open your eyes up or be open to the world of entrepreneurship and see if it is the right time or if it is something that you might want to be interested in. Before I close this little brief presentation, I'm going to ask Amoah to come up and introduce herself and where she goes to school and what she does. She's one of our students that participated in summer company last year. I guess I'll introduce you guys so it's easier for you.
Okay.
Maya is in grade 12 at Westdale Secondary School here in Hamilton. She started summer company last year. She participated in 2013 and decided, you know what, she loved fashion, so she's going to open up her own retail and design little company called Nebula Artwear. So Maya, if you want to maybe give the students a brief introduction of who you are and what you've done and what you're doing now.
Yeah, so my name's Maya. Oh, hi, Karen.
Yeah.
I have a clothing line called Nebula Artwear. It's like a galaxy-inspired kind of thing. Actually, could I pull it up on there? Is it possible?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, but I'll talk about it first. Yeah, so basically, I really love fashion, and I kind of always knew I wanted to do something with fashion, whether it was fashion journalism or design, something like that. So. I heard about summer company through a friend, and then I applied. I think I applied a little later, just because I didn't find out about it until a lot later. But so then I created the business plan, and it took some time. Like, it definitely takes a while, but it's like if you kind of get an idea of what you want to do for the summer, and then you really kind of do some background research on what you're gonna, the expenses and stuff like that, you can really formulate a plan. And then so I did that. I got approved by the summer company, and then I'll put it on the website actually. It's better. And I just, put it to action. So throughout the summer, I sold at various like festivals and stuff like that. So I sold at like, I don't know if you guys have heard of Art Crawl, that was like a big one for me. And as well at a couple stores in Hamilton. So I actually went about to a few stores in Hamilton. Oh, thank you. And I also went to a couple stores in Toronto as well. And they like the stuff. Now I sell at 2 stores in Toronto, 2 in Hamilton. One's called Bodega, one's called Textures in Hamilton, one's called Freedom Collective, and another one's called Faraway Eyes in Toronto. So so these are kind of the things I make. It's all just like painted myself and bleached, and I learned a lot from summer company from it, just because there were so many different aspects of the business that I just had no clue about, or I just didn't even think about in terms of, say, like marketing, right? So it really helped me like boost, just gain confidence as well, to just kind of put myself out there and really promote not just my brand but myself, right? Because you have to really just make it your own, right? So that was really great. And then of course, like the $1,500 definitely helped as well. With that, I just put it towards all the little expenses that you hadn't thought about at the time, but they really do add up. Even like things like business cards and stuff. So so I still have the company today. It's doing really well actually. I have a spring line coming up, so I haven't released it yet. It's gonna be end of March, but a lot of new things. It's gonna be actually all sweatshop free from now on, because I don't know, I just had a bit of like an ethical like dilemma within myself, that I just like realized I really wanted to branch out to like American Apparel, and this other company I have was made in Canada and stuff like that. So it's definitely it's going to be something I'm going to be doing for a while, if all goes well. And I really it's a great experience for sure. And even if you don't keep your company when you're like, if you just have it for the summer, like definitely give it a try. Like, you have nothing to lose, especially someone like me who like doesn't go on like a ton of trips or anything this summer. Like, why not, right? It's just, it makes you feel productive, and it's just lots of insight, and it can just, it's so universal, right? It doesn't have to be just for starting a business, but the skills you gain could also just be for like communication skills or just something you're going to go into in the future, right? So, yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, so someone like Maya, she was in grade, like I said, when she participated in grade 11. She's now in grade 12, so she's still in high school here in Hamilton doing something that she truly enjoys and has a passion for, as you can tell, as she's branded not only in Hamilton or expanded to, but now selling in stores in Toronto, off Queen West and stuff, right? So she's doing something she enjoyed doing and something she wanted to try out, and she gave it a shot and she liked it. So she's one of our many successful students that participate in Summer Company. So if this is something that any of you guys are interested in, our contact info is right here. So by all means, you can write down our number there, or you can check out our website. Our website is investinhamilton.ca, where you guys can check out what Hamilton's been up to. If you guys are looking for specific demographics, there's stuff on the city there. If you guys are looking for different BIAs or different wards, and maybe, for example, for your specific research or your specific topic here that you're studying today, if you want to learn about youth, or how many of them are within different schools, and that kind of stuff, it would be a great website for you guys to check out to help you guys with getting some demographics and some additional research for your assignment here today. So anybody have any questions about the business world, about entrepreneurship, planning, marketing, that I can potentially answer quickly before the next professor comes in? No? Okay. Well, if you guys have any questions along the way later, Mars, right? I gotta go down there now after this and check that out. So if you guys have any questions, our contact is here. Please do not hesitate to give us a shout. I'll be more than happy to address any inquiries you may have, and we'll go from there. So I look forward to seeing you guys at the end of all this too, and just kind of see what's happened and what's evolved, and hear some elevator speeches and stuff too in the future, right? How hard was it to write an elevator speech for you guys? Was it hard? Kinda? Maya had to do one, made our students do it too. We're like, it's important to have an elevator speech. So if someone asks you what's new, don't say nothing. Like, actually, I am, and then you kind of go on from there, because you never know. In business, guys, a key thing to successful business is talking about your business, talking about you, talking about what you're doing. So if something's going on, even if it's to someone that you might not think is really relevant to hear what's going on, talk to them, because you know what, it may not directly apply to them, but they might know of someone who knows of someone who knows of someone that they can introduce you to and help you out. So even with something like this research assignment, someone asks me, so what's going on? How's school? What are you guys up to? What are you doing? Like, I'm working on this, because you never know. That person might know of someone who knows of someone that can give you extra insight and detail on a specific industry or specific info that you're looking for. So talk. It's very important. So thanks so much, guys, and I hope you guys have an awesome evening.
So today, you all have, why you all are here, you have to do a case study, right? And if you look at any problem in your life, there's always three things. There's a problem, go for the solution, and then you find the results. And similarly, I'll tell you today what is the recipe to get that solution, and what's the recipe to get that results. Okay? So your challenge, the marketing challenge you all have, is promoting the Art Gallery of Hamilton. And I think, have you all visited the Art Gallery? Yes? No. Yes? No? Anyone who has not visited so far? Okay, great. So you all have visited the Art Gallery. You know what are the good points, what is the product, what are the negatives, what you have to do further. So today I'll be talking about, throughout the next 30 minutes, I'll be talking about everything in 3 steps. The first step would be, what is marketing? Because before you get into doing a marketing case study, you need to understand what is marketing. If you don't even understand what is marketing, how would you develop a marketing strategy for this Art Gallery of Hamilton? The next step you have to do is developing the marketing strategy, and that's all about the whole case study, what you will be presenting at the end. And the last is, what steps should you follow? So for your particular case, you will be following the 3 steps, the third point in detail. Whatever I tell you, if you do that in steps, you should be fine, and you should be able to do great in your marketing case. So what is marketing? Okay, before that, let's go back. Who can tell me what's marketing? What is marketing? Come on. Not the students who've taken the course, but what's marketing? Guys, come on, who will tell me? Yeah.
It's like all the activities that involve getting like the service from a company to the people they target.
So all the activities which provide or which get the services from the company to the customers.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Anyone else? Traditionally, whenever I've asked students what is marketing, they tell me creating advertisements, putting things in the newspaper, distributing coupons. But that is not marketing. Marketing is much more than just distributing coupons, right? And marketing is creating value to your customers, creating value for your customers in whatever ways you can. So creating values and then communicating values. And further, just not communicating, maintaining a relationship with your customers. So when you're thinking about Art Gallery of Hamilton, how would you maintain a relationship with your customers, and why do you have to maintain a relationship with your customers? Think about it. Because the person who has visited the art gallery once will be the person who will talk to his relatives, his friends, or maybe people who are visiting and get more and more customers to that particular art gallery. So it's just not giving a value at one time, but maintaining a relationship with your customers is also very important. Think in that area too, that if you're building a marketing strategy, think about how can you have a relationship with the community you are in. So it's not just giving them value of something, but also communicating it and further maintaining a relationship with your customers. Really, really important. So that was a little bit hint about marketing. I can spend a whole class talking about marketing, which is an idea of what exactly marketing is. Now, what is a marketing strategy? The next part of this, the presentation, what is a marketing strategy? There are two most important components you have to develop whenever you are doing this case. So throughout the whole time you'll be working with the case, you have to develop two components. The first is target market, and the second is marketing mix. I've heard other speakers also talking about target market. I'll get into more depth, but just understand the two components, target market and marketing mix. And if you look at this picture, the picture shows in the center there's a target market, and there are the 4 P's, which are also called marketing mix. 4 P's: product, price, place, and promotion. P's, 4 P's of marketing strategy which you need to develop and you will be working on in the next few days. So first we'll try to understand what is target market, and then we will go into marketing mix. So what is target market? Now it's a segment of population you want to target. Now for your Art Gallery of Hamilton, think about what segment would you want to concentrate on. You will be maybe thinking about concentrating on the whole population of Hamilton. So all the people living in Hamilton, you might want to concentrate on the whole group, the whole city. Or you might be thinking just concentrating on the students at McMaster, maybe students just in the high schools in Hamilton. So it depends what you want to concentrate. So you have to define a target market when you start thinking about promoting the Art Gallery of Hamilton. So that's the first point. Now, once you've decided that this is the population I'll be targeting, further you can segment that whole population into further groups. You can segment by locations. Now again, saying people living in downtown area or people living in Encarta, you can divide your whole population, right? Because it'll be easier. If you don't divide, what will happen? Okay, why would you want to divide your population? So first, let's take a scenario. You think for Art Gallery of Hamilton, you will be talking or concentrating on the whole city as such. Now, why would you want to segment them further? Why would you want to segment them further?
Because if you want to attract different age groups, you have to use different tactics.
Very good. You have to use different tactics for different groups of people. And there are different ways you can do that. You don't have to follow all the ways. You can use any one of them. I'm listing all the 4 ways so that you know what are the options with you. So you might want to segment your population based on location. So maybe you will have a different promotional strategy for the people living in downtown, different strategy for people living in Ancaster, or maybe some other area. So depending on geography, you can segment your population. By demography, you can also segment people based on age. Again, thinking maybe people going to school, different promotional strategy for them. People going to college, different strategy. People working, senior people, different strategy based on the age. Psychographic, based on the attitudes, the lifestyle. Some people just love art, right? Some people just don't care about it. Will you have different promotional strategies for people who love art and different promotional strategy for people who don't love art? You can think about that. Product relationship. What kind of relationship people have with the art gallery? Some people might be just going there for just because they are free, they don't have anything else to do. Some people go there because they love art. Some people just want to show their visitors, whoever are visiting there over Christmas or over any kind of break, maybe the March break. So depending on what kind of segmentations you are wanting to do, what kind of strategy you're wanting to build, you can actually use any one of the categories. Just use one. You don't have to use all, okay, whenever you're doing your case. So that is target market, the importance of target market, and further how can you segment your target market for your case. Now getting into the 4 Ps. So again, we're talking about marketing strategy, and in the marketing strategy, we just talked about target market. And remember, now we're talking about the 4 Ps. So the first P is the product. Now, what is your product? So what is the product which you have to promote in this art gallery of Hamilton? What is the product? Who will tell me?
Isn't it the gallery itself, or the services it gives?
Very good, the gallery itself. Now, products can be usually classified as goods and services. Goods are something which is tangible. You can actually pack them. The speeds are you can pack and take it home. Bag of chips, you can actually take it home. Services, a haircut will be a service. You cannot pack a haircut and take it home, right? So usually products can be classified as goods and services. For your case study, you have to concentrate on a service. Art Gallery provides services to the people of Hamilton, and therefore you'll be concentrating on services. And when you're developing a product strategy, you have to identify what is Art Gallery, what kind of art is displayed there, what kind of cleanliness is there, what kind of services are there when a person goes there. Is there a snack bar maybe there which can be helpful for people who are coming there? So think about the product as the whole gallery itself for your case. And again, I have put down questions to ask yourself. I believe these handouts will be with you, these slides will be with you, right? After I go from here, these slides will be with you. So I have put down certain questions so that when you ask these questions, you know what you have to work on in the product strategy. Again, what goods and services are there? What are the features? How clean is the place? What is the size? What are the colors? What are the other services in that particular area? That's the product. That's the first P of the marketing mix. The second P of marketing mix is price. And when you talk about price, again, in the Art Gallery of Hamilton, what can you think about price? Come on.
Like the admission fees and all
Very
that
good. Admission fees. Now, in general terms, when we talk about price, we think about the value customers will give up to use that product or service. Now, think about when people go to this Art Gallery of Hamilton, they just don't give admission fees, but they're also given that time, that 1 hour time, they could be doing something else. And believe me, time is money, right? So giving up some other value to get something else is called price. But for your particular case, you don't have to really get into that depth of the definition of price. Just realize that price is the admission fees or all kinds of maybe parking fees associated with the person approaches or goes to the art gallery. So when you're talking about the price strategy, you have to, again, you can ask these questions. What price the person pays at the entrance? What other discounts can you offer to that person so that you might have more people visiting the art gallery than they were doing in the past? The third P is place. And place is where that product is, available. Now again, if you're talking about haircut or some other kind of service, maybe going to a lawyer, that you will have to go to the office of the lawyer. For a haircut, you will have to go to a barber's shop. Now this art gallery, it is located in a particular place in the downtown area. So looking at that place overall, what place is it located? Can you change the place of art gallery? Do you think by changing the place of art gallery, you will have more crowd going there? That's all the questions you have to think. And also you have to think about the distribution channel. Where is the art or that art coming to the gallery from? What is the distribution channel? How those things are reaching there? Even that, is a part of the place strategy. So think about all those things when you're talking about the place strategy. Now the final one is promotional strategy. How do you promote that product, the price, whatever you have in hand? How do you promote it to people? How do you communicate the idea about this particular location to your customers, to that segment of population you have decided to target? And again, you can have videos. I just showed you a video how City of Hamilton created a video. So when you are doing your case challenge, think about, you can create a video for your art gallery. That will be very innovative, very different. You can think about creating actually a video for your case. You can also create some kind of pamphlets. Now, if you've seen the summer company pamphlets, I don't know how many of you have seen that. Even while creating this pamphlet, think about the colors you can use, the diagrams you can use, what information goes there. So all these pamphlets, there were some coupons kept here for a Boston pizza. When these coupons are distributed, what goes in those coupons? Everything is promotional strategy. So the ads you create, which media? Do you want to create a Facebook page for your art gallery? That can be an idea. You can use Twitter. There can be so many modes of promoting your particular art gallery services, and you have to think about all of them. And again, I have put down these questions. So when you have these handouts, you will be able to read what exactly you have to do with the promotional strategy. Any questions so far? So again, when you are developing your case study challenge, when you're doing it, you have to do again 2 things in your strategy. You have to identify the target market, the segment, and further the 4 Ps. Any questions? All good? Understanding clear? Great. Okay. And now comes how do you start working on the case. So you have understood what is marketing, you understand what is marketing strategy, you understand the components. Now how do you start working on the case? So the first thing I would always suggest is problem identification. So when you read that case, that whole document you have, just read through it, read it 3-4 times, discuss it with your friends, discuss with the teachers or whoever is helping you, your mentors, and try to identify the problem. A good problem identification is very important. Now, let me take an example here. So if you know one of your friend is not doing well in exams or the grades are falling down, his or her grades are not good, saying that will be a problem or not? Yes or no?
Yeah.
It won't be a problem. It's a symptom. It's a symptom of a problem. The problem is maybe that person is not understanding the concepts. The problem might be that person doesn't know how to attempt the paper. The problem might be that person doesn't know English that well to attempt the paper as well. So the problem is something else. So don't concentrate on symptoms. Now when you're reading the case, you again might be very confused with the symptoms and the problem. And the best solution is talk to your friends. Discuss it over and over again. Discuss with your parents and try to find out the root, exact problem. What is the problem? Why people are not visiting this art gallery? Look into the history. Look into the current situation. Think why people are not visiting. That's the very important, very first step, and that should be done very carefully. Again, when you go back, that's the first thing you need to do. After you have identified the problems, now the second step would be look at the current situation. What is happening? And when I'm saying look at the current situation, you again have to go into the 4 Ps and the target market. So whatever marketing strategy the Art Gallery of Hamilton has today, what segment of population do they target? That's the first question. And the second would be what are the 4 Ps they are using? And in that 4 Ps, you have to see what is the product. Go there, visit there, take some pictures. What is the exact product they are offering? What are the strategies, promotional strategies they are using? I know they have discounted rates for the students. So that is one of the promotional strategies they're having. They have some clips on the online too. So that is a promotional strategy. What price they have? What is the admission fees today? What is the parking fees people have to pay? Where is it located again? So everything which is happening today, this is also called doing a marketing audit. Usually when you do a case study, you go for a marketing audit, and this whole process is called marketing audit. So once you do that, now this will help you to know the current situation, what is there today. Then you go for a SWOT analysis. So you've understood what is happening today, and then you get into what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses, what are the opportunities and threats with this organization. Now when I'm doing strength, this is called SWOT analysis. Have you heard about it before?
Yeah.
Most of you have, good. So when you're doing this SWOT analysis, again, when you're concentrating on what this gallery has today, maybe good human resources, good financial capability, that will be the strength. That will be internal to the organization. Weakness, what are the weaknesses? Maybe they don't have good staff, maybe, or they don't have a good location presently. So that is maybe a kind of weakness. So strength and weakness are something internal to the organization, and opportunity and threat are external. An opportunity example can be people are getting more and more involved towards or inclined towards art. Art is getting more and more importance nowadays. So that might be an opportunity for the art gallery. A threat might be more and more competition. Another private art gallery coming into the city, that might be a threat. So you have to look at the internal strengths and weaknesses, strengths and weaknesses, and external opportunities and threats after knowing the current situation. So you know the current situation, you know the current target market, the current marketing strategy, then you do a SWOT analysis. Now I have an example of SWOT analysis here. So when you go back with your handouts, you will have certain points what you can look into. And specifically I want to mention in the threats to look at the competition. When I'm saying competition, you just don't see competition as another art gallery, but even going for movies is a kind of a competition for art gallery, because when people are looking for entertainment, they might choose movies over going to an art gallery. So that might be a kind of threat. So look into all those features I've listed here, which will be very helpful to you. And again, these are external factors. These two, these are internal factors. Strengths and opportunities are positive and negative. So now you have the current situation, you know what is the internal capabilities, external threats about this art gallery. And after that, the next step is you actually build up a new marketing strategy. So now you have analyzed the current situation, you know the strengths and the weaknesses, opportunities and threats, and simply now you start developing the new marketing, the market segment, the target market, and the new 4 Ps. And for that, you just, again, you might want to say that, stop concentrating on just students. Start concentrating on maybe people who are going to the art class maybe every month. Try to get to those people. That will be changing a little bit of your target segment. Again, the 4 Ps, you might want to maybe again change the location, the place, you might want to change that. You might want to change the pricing of the tickets by the art gallery. You might want to change whatever promotional activities they are doing. And that will be building up a new marketing strategy for this art gallery. This way you can actually have better promotional strategies. And actually, this is the end of my slides. And so, yes, that is the end of my slides. So simply I've told you in 3 steps. So first, marketing. What is marketing? What is marketing strategy? Look at the current situation, do a SWOT analysis, and then project a new marketing strategy for your club and for the art gallery you're talking about. Any questions? This is very simple. You will have the handouts. You should be able to work through it, and my email address is given below at the end, also in your handout. So just email me if you have questions. If you want to meet me in person, that is also fine. I'll be able to, I'll be available to help you in any way I can.